Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I'm coming to you live from my studio. I'm hoping that you're able to see this. I had a few issues with my camera the other night, and I'm hoping you can hear me. So when you come on, say hello, let me know where you're from, and if you're watching it live, put in there that you're watching it live. I'm going to keep this up, and I'm actually going to share it on my website and on my YouTube channel so that those people that couldn't make it live at this time would be able to see it. Lots of stuff going on. I just want to make sure that I am live, and I absolutely do not know how to do that. Lisa, can you hear me and see me? Because it says I should start soon, and I have not. I've already started. Oh, I'm finally getting some answers. Hey. Okay, so anyway, first time doing this as a scheduled event, and it's kind of different. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and get started, and those people that can join, and those people that can't, I'm really sorry. Bear with me as I figure out what I'm trying to do here. One of the issues is that I don't have my iPad, so I can't see the comments. I'm trying to see and get started, and those people that can join, and those people that can't, I'm really sorry. Great. I think I can see it on my phone. Okay, so I see that Linda's here, Kathy is here, great. Ann is here, cool. Okay, so just so you're aware, I am going to have a door prize drawing through these Wednesdays videos, so what I'll do is I actually will take, if you like, share, or comment on my video, you'll get into a drawing for a free stamp set. And that will actually be given away next Wednesday. So it'll be a whole week, and I will give away a stamp set on my YouTube channel, my Facebook channel, and my website. But just so you're aware. A couple of things going on. Today is the last day for the holiday catalog. So if there's anything in here that you think you can't live without, a lot of it has been discontinued because it's done. But some of the stamp sets are still available. All the stamp sets are still available, I believe. So if there's anything in here you can't live without, today's the last day for the holiday catalog. Okay, so we're going to focus on celebration and the occasions catalog. You can see that mine is well loved. I've really had a lot of fun looking through this and picking stuff I liked and having fun with it. Now, here's the deal. I did send out these to, I sent out celebration and occasion catalogs to all of my customers, and I'm hearing from some customers that got them both. Some customers that only got the celebration one, some customers that only got the occasions one. So if you do not have one, if you've been a customer of mine for the last 6 months, I think I actually gave them out for a year, and you didn't get one or both of these, send me an email or send me a message in Facebook and let me know, and I will get them sent out to you. If you are a person watching that does not have a demonstrator that you work with, and you want either one of these, send me your address and your name, and I will get them out in the mail. I'll try to do all that by the end of this week. I have a bunch of extras here, so that should work. Happy New Year to Jan. Oh, I'm glad you made it. And Wanda. Cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And just really quickly, this is my Stamparatus bag. I only set it out here because I'm using my Stamparatus, but I took it out and I thought people should see this. This bag is really awesome. It's canvas. It's heavy duty. It has pockets for just about everything. In here, I've got paper, if I wanted to protect it. I actually have a window sheet in there because I use that for a technique. And then lots of pockets that all of this stuff was in. So I just wanted to show that quickly. This is in the online store and you can purchase it. It might be on back order, I'm not sure, but go ahead and check it out. That's the Stamparatus bag. So, okay, a couple of different things. I'm going to move this out of my way first because I actually pulled out a couple things. People had some questions about the cling stamps, and I wanted to show you real quickly. This set is a set that I actually put together already of the cling stamps, and I just wanted to show you how I do mine. So I keep this piece. This piece is just the piece of die that the dies come on. I took off the backing, which just leaves it clingy enough to stick to this, but not too strong. And then all these have our new cling on them, and that cling is really sticky. So like if I put this on there, it's not coming off. That's how sticky that cling is. So it's awesome because you can stamp with it, you can, you know, scrub it, you can twist it. It's not going to come off of there. One of the reasons I keep this piece on here is so that, number one, I know that all my stamps have gotten back into the same box that they came out of if I've got people using them. But also, these are so sticky that they'll stick to this part, the plastic part, and be a little difficult to pull off. So when you pull them off the cling, you just need to make sure you grab from one of the corners and then pull them off. You don't want to pull it off like this, or you may pull the rubber away from the foam. So that's just the difference. I do love the cling. It's definitely clinging. But that's how I store mine, and I can see on the back exactly what's in there once the stickers are on. Now this set, I'm going to pull this out because I actually used this set, and I laughed this morning when I flipped it over, because I just used it as our other cling stamps. They don't cling very well, but they're there. And I was obviously in a hurry. But I thought, well, this is a good way for me to show you quickly how to put one together. It's not hard. I will tell you there's a couple of steps. One of them is I learned at Onstage when I was trying to put together one of our new stamp sets. I was trying to pull the backing off this side. And this side doesn't have any die cut part. I don't know, I was being kind of dense. But so if you flip it over, you can see where the images are die cut. They all have a slit through them. I'm going to go ahead and do this one here, which is this one here. So I'm going to pull this part off. I'll leave that middle part in there. Pull that off. And then what you want to do is you just want to make sure that you've got the right stamped image to the right image. And then you're just going to line it up. And it really just goes right over the hole. The stamp should fit directly over the same die cut area as the cling. And do that. Make sure it's on there. And then pull back your paper. And then you can pull this. Oh. There. Pull that out. Now, if you forget to take off the backing, so like on these stamps, they have this backing. You need to make sure you pull that off. Now, I actually did one and I forgot to pull it off, and I was lucky enough to do it quick enough, and that this, I'm just going to see if this stuck. But the cling did not stick to it, but that is sticky now. Set that on there, and I can, it's not coming off. So that's how you put them together, just like you did before. A lot of times people didn't put their labels onto their stamps just because they didn't stick very well. But these new cling stamps are going to stick very well. They're going to phase them in, so the new occasions catalog will have, let me put this all back in here before I forget. The new occasions catalog will have the cling and the red rubber or the photopolymer, 2 options. And then by the next catalog, we will have phased out the wood. Okay, so I'm trying to just keep up. Oh, somebody was on the wrong video. Happy New Year. Okay, so, oh, the other one I wanted to show. So I was showing you this meant to be stamp set, and these are the dies that go with it. I'm not showing these today. I'm actually going to show you a different one, but I wanted to show you what I did with them, just so that people can actually see the dies. This shows all the images that are in this die cut set. I love this because you can see this little stitch, probably can't see it, but a scallop stitch line, and then this line of scallops, and then all these different images. I loved all these hearts that were inside this framelit, and I kept all the hearts just so you can see. And then on the back, oh, these are all the different hearts. So 2 pages of different size hearts and scallop hearts and different ways to cut them out. And then these are the images that are in the set that actually coordinate with the framelit. So you can see on this one, we punched out the blue one and then punched out a scalloped one. So this is it put together, the same color put together. There's actually a line there. And that's what it looks like, layered. So anyway, this might be next week's thing I show, but this week, oh, and then the paper. So I'm going to show Forever Lovely today. I'm going to show a couple tips with that. But this is the paper that comes in that kit. I absolutely love it. It's just got some great paper. So this is something I did over Christmas. These are just note cards. So I had a bunch of extra note cards because we needed this size envelope for one of my son's thank you, or invites, RSVs. So we ordered note cards, got a whole bunch of them. She used the envelopes. I kept the note cards. But I made these cute little scrapbooks, and it's just note cards glued together, and then paper laid in between, and then I'm going to do some kind of a binding down the side. But I've done a couple of those. Here's one with some of the new paper from Celebration. These are the butterflies. Which kind of shows off the paper, but shows also a cute idea for a little scrapbook. Let me show you that butterfly paper on this side, because this is all the black and white papers. I think they're beautiful. Anyway, those are a couple little things that I made. Okay, so now let me get back to stamping. We'll bring back the stamp apparatus. And put this here. I just need to say hi to a couple people. It looks like Debbie, Rhonda came in. Cool. I'm kind of glad I'm actually looking at my phone to see. Okay, so I'm going to use my stamp apparatus for this, and I'm going to show this Forever Lovely stamp set. And I've got a couple of different things to show you with, but I wanted to show, number one, how you line up these two-step stamp sets. And I also want to show you how to use the framelits with the stamp set. So bear with me. I just cut this piece of paper. This is actually, I think this might have been one of our samples from on stage. So I just have a 4 by 1 3/4 piece of cardstock. And I'm going to line up this stamp first. Now, because I'm using the corner of my stamp apparatus, I personally like to put my cardstock up to the corner because I know that it's always in the same spot and straight. I've actually added under here my craft mat, which just gives me just a little bit more oomph in that corner so that my stamp doesn't have some struggles inking. So once I've got that lined up where I want it to stamp, I don't know why I'm being so fussy with this, but I'm going to pick it up with the stamp apparatus. See, and every time my paper moves, I can actually just put it back. Now, I could go ahead and use the magnets. They're here, they're underneath it, and I probably should. But I'm always going to put this paper today back up in the corner and stamp. And then when I pull my paper off, you can see I got a great image of that stamp set. And everything turned out really well. I didn't have any issues, but if I had missed a spot or it wasn't inked very well, I could redo it and ink it and stamp it over. Now I'm going to take off the piece that is the second step to this. You know, two-step stamping is really how I got involved with Stampin' Up. I loved our Definitely Decorative two-step stamps that we had years ago. They were my favorite. In fact, I stamped my kitchen. I stamped people's houses here in town. I did a lot of acrylic painting with stamps, and instead of wallpapering, because I wasn't that great at it. I didn't like wallpaper. In fact, I still have a section of my kitchen that has over the arch of the sink that has an old stamp set that has branches and apples, and it's still up there. Pretty old. Okay, so I lined this up, and this time I'm going to pick it up with the other side of my stamp apparatus, and then put my cardstock back, and then I'm going to come in with a little pair of pizzazz. Really, I'm just showing you how I line that up. And now I'm set to go if I want to make a whole bunch of these this size. I've got both plates lined up and ready to go. And you can see how it lines up and how great it looks. Okay, so that is the two-step stamping to make this card. Pretty simple. You'll probably see these cards showing up on my website. And I do plan to kind of do some videos for some of the stuff that's in the catalog that people don't know how to do. Okay, I'm going to remove this for a minute because I have to bring in my big shot first. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you is this card here. This is a sample that's in the catalog, and I'm going to show you how they line that up to cut that out with the framelit. So I'll bring in my big shot. I've actually got the cardstock laid out here. So I'm going to use, this is going to be a little bit different. I'm using vanilla. I folded this in half this way. This one was folded, it was a long piece, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. But I'm going to do a card. So I actually scored this already. I'm going to lay this down. And one of the things I need you to remember when you're doing this is on your die, when you flip it over, this is the flowers, when you flip it over, This is the side that's going to cut all the way across your cardstock. This side is just going to cut out these pieces, but this piece isn't going to be cut. And you have this piece that you can also use to cut that matches up with this side. So what I want to do on this is I want to make sure that my cut side is at the top. And I'm kind of lining it up here with this score line because I don't want it to cut past that score line. I want it to cut on that score line and across the card. And then one thing I do is I bring in, that's why I tape it down. I am going to tape this down. And I just use a little washi tape that I have a bunch of. And then, so I've got my Big Shot, my steel platform, my paper, my die, my clear plate, and I'm going to go ahead and push this through. This was like an aha moment for me. Another demonstrator showed me this, and I was just like, oh, how come I didn't get that when I first tried to use that set? It was hard to line up. I didn't understand how they did it. And I have to be honest, I get caught up in stamping and I forget that I have the Stamparatus, and I really need to start using it more. Yeah, Kate, the wall stamping, I did it a lot. And I did it with sponges and acrylic paint. And we used to have some really big, bold moose spare leaves. There was a pine cone. That's what worked really well for me. Okay, so that came out fairly easy, but if you wanted to, you could just go ahead and run this on with your brush. And you can see how that pulls out all those little pieces. And then you can see where my cardstock is cut. And let me grab a scissor. And I'm going to cut this up here. Trying to stay in the camera. So I'm just cutting right on that score line. And that gives me my card base. Okay, so once I've done that, then I'm coming back in with my Stamparatus. And before I start, I need to wash these because they need to be clean when you're doing this particular technique. And I don't really want that red ink to... Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and line up my card so I have it closed. And then I'm going to take my stamp that hopefully is clean, and I'm actually going to lay it down right over the die cutting. Now, if my head gets in the way, I'm sorry, but I want to be able to see exactly where I'm putting that because I want it to line up perfectly. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up the stamp, and then I'm going to open the card, and then I'm going to ink the stamp, and then I'm going to stamp it. If you hear dogs barking, it's because I have a house full today. My daughter's home from Chicago. She's been home for Christmas, and so you see how it lines up? Easy peasy. Do the same thing with this one. And I'll show you my mistake too. Because we always have mistakes. We've got to learn from them. And then I've got some samples to show you. Oh, wait, don't get it up yet. Make sure you pick up the stamp. Pick it up. Stamp it down. Okay, so there is the inside of my card. So it's going to be beautiful because this is going to be the outside. And then they're going to open it up. And I see I still have a few. I still have a few in here that need to be poked. Anyway. And then I'm going to stamp it. I'll probably put some words up here. I don't know, we'll see. I'll post it. I'll post my card when I'm finished. But let me show you a couple things. So this was last night's sample. So I thought I was really being smart, and I put my cardstock in there, and I lined up my cutter, and I realized I did it backwards. But I stamped it anyway to make sure that the technique was going to work. And so I did a little practice. But I just love how easy it is to line that up. Now, when I made this card, I didn't use that technique, but this is actually from a sample in the catalog, the occasions catalog. And it's basically that you do the same thing. So that's what my inside of my card could look like. This is a little pocket that I made, and it just closes it up and goes inside there. Really pretty. Here's another sample from the catalog. I liked this one. This one had the 2 cuts. This is the one where I really struggled because underneath it has just very lightly stamped. I could not figure out how they did it. Now that I know, I'm going to do a video and show people how to do this card in particular, lining them up with the Stamparatus after it's been die cut. Makes it super, super duper easy. So I hope that makes sense. Give it a try. Yeah. I'm going to move this out of the way. Lisa says I make it look so easy. Well, not necessarily. I just, I have a lot of frustrations. That's why I like to show this kind of stuff, because that's what I did. But I like to practice a lot. And after this many years of stamping, you should be able to help figure out some of this stuff. Okay, I want to show another thing from the catalog. If you have questions, pop them in the comments, because I'm on live now. I probably... Yeah, Wanda, I will do a tutorial on how I did that. Nah, that is not a problem. Okay, so this set, Incredible Like You, it's a photopolymer set. And we got this on stage when I was there in November. And I came home and I ordered the newest kit, which is the Incredible Like You project kit. And I made these cards. These are my customer thank yous for the month of December, so they're going out this week, as soon as I get all the projects for my packets. But I made the cards, so everybody's going to get one. But they're absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if, I hope this shows, oh yeah, as well as I think it does. These leaves are like green, bright green glitter paper. This one is just fabulous. And again, they all have a little bit of glitter paper on them, and then they've got silver and rhinestone embellishments. I love this one. I think it's so cute. And then this one has that glitter paper behind this die. So anyway, this is the project kit. You get 4 different cards. You get 4 of each card? Or 3 of each card? Let me look. I've got a package in here. 16. So yeah, you get 4 of each. So each kit makes 16 cards. They're beautiful. So anyway, if you get yours, if you've ordered from me in December and your order was over $40, you'll get a little packet of fun materials for my tutorials, plus that card in there. I don't sign them so that you can use them. Oh, and this is the other thing that comes in that. So you get 16 cards, and then you get this adorable box that folds up and snaps to put those in. So that would make a great gift, but it's also just a great little packet to, like if you're at an office and you send out cards, or for any reason. It's really cute. I love the box packaging. They kind of changed. They used to have big boxes for those kits, and they got rid of those and went with those packaged boxes. Okay, let me see. I think I showed what I was going to show today. I know these aren't very long. I thought they would be maybe a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, depending on what I was showing, depending on what kind of questions people asked. I will do a tutorial on how I did this one, and I will do a tutorial, probably the same tutorial on those 2 cards, because they're very similar. And then next week I'm going to work on something else to show you. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow the occasions catalog kicks in. Celebration starts. If you've ever thought of being a demonstrator, tomorrow would be the day to sign up. You get $50 extra in your kit, plus the opportunity to get the carry-all case. I just posted some stuff up on my Facebook and also on my website. You can check that out. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to sign off here shortly. So thanks everybody for coming, and I hope that you could hear me well. I don't know, and I guess we'll find out after I watch this when it's over. So hostess code this month is at the top, and I appreciate everybody coming. Thank you and have a great day.